Hello dear NEET students, today here I am going to discuss an important topic which is given in endocrinology in NCERT. Basically here I will discuss about the proteinous and steroidal in nature hormone. Here the diagram which is very important regarding to your NEET UG examinations and questions preferences. So let's start with the topic. What is actually given in this particular diagram? uh, Before going to start this, first we have to know that there is a different types of hormone, like either they are protein in nature hormone, or they are steroidal in nature hormone. So according to this, either this is a proteinous in nature hormone or steroidal in nature hormone, their receptors is also different, because the proteinous in nature hormones receptors is actually present on the cell membrane, and the steroidal in nature hormone, their targeting center is actually inside the cell. So let's start with the topic. First I will take here example about insulin, which is produced from the beta cell of Langerhans, from the liver cell. Basically, in case of insulin, what does it do? It insulin convert glucose into glycogen. Glycogen is a storage form of glycogen. Whenever we take food, actually the blood glucose level sudden increases, and this will lead to multiple organ damages also. That's why we have to convert glucose into glycogen. Glycogen is basically storage form of glucose in liver cell. So I will take example of liver cell, how actually this conversion is uh, taking place. Suppose this is a blood vessels. I am taking here a blood vessel. This is a basically artery one. Along with this, there is a liver cell. Liver cells having a few receptors. As I already told that I am discussing here about proteinous in nature hormone, so their receptors will be present on the outer surface of cell membrane. This is a receptor. The receptor is nothing but this is a G protein, glycogen protein, G protein. This receptor is actually here G protein. Making a clear diagram, this is a G protein receptors, this is a G protein receptors. Along with that, there is a smaller receptors which is present inside inner membrane of these liver cells. This is a adenylase cyclase. Okay, this adenylase cyclase is responsible for the conversion of ATP into cyclic AMP. This cyclic AMP is nothing but the source of energy, and work as a secondary messenger. Secondary messengers why need? Because the proteinous in nature hormone is a primary type of messengers, which carry information, and again at the level of cell they start producing secondary messenger. This secondary messenger, that is a cyclic AMP. What does it do? It will activate kinases. Kinase is the one of the enzyme which is present every cell of the body, after the activation of these kinases, they start producing glycogen. They start producing or synthesizing glycogen. This is our aim to conversion of a glucose into glycogen. So this is a result. Whatever we read, whatever we saw in the lecture, this is the mechanism of action of the proteinous in nature hormone. So moving to the this diagram, here we can see clearly that there is a receptors. This is a FSH like receptors which is given in your NCERT endocrinology chapter. There is a response. Receptors are present outer membrane. These are primary response, and after their activation of secondary messenger like cyclic AMP or calcium ion, in case of ovarian membrane, and they start their biomechanical responses, and after that the physiological response we can see, that is the growth of the ovaries. So I'm hoping that this concept, primary receptor, primary messenger and secondary messengers, now clear. Now moving to the estradiol. In estradiol nature hormone, I will discuss here like estrogen like hormone, which is given in your NCERT. This is estrogen like hormone. Actually their target center is not on the surface of the cell membrane. This is actually direct inside the cell nucleus. So let's discuss about this. In case of estradiol nature hormone, I will discuss here about glucocorticoid. Basically glucocorticoids. Glucocorticoids, actually what is the examples of this? This is a the cortisol is the example of this glucocorticoid. Cortisol is the example of glucocorticoid. In case of glucocorticoids, as I already told, that this is a steroidal in nature hormone, so their receptors will not present on the outer surface of the cell membrane. I am taking here example about liver cell. This is a liver cell, and suppose this is a blood vessels. The hormone will not bind on the outer surface of the cell. It will direct goes inside to the cell, to the nucleus, and what does it will do? Here the DNA is actually present. This DNA will start forming hnRNA, that is heterogeneous nuclear RNA. Heterogeneous nuclear RNA will later form mRNA, that is messenger RNA. What is our target to do this messenger RNA? This messenger RNA, actually this mRNA will start forming polypeptide. These polypeptides is actually formed in the presence of cytoplasmic enzyme. Okay, so there is a statement regarding this estradiol in nature hormone, that these are actually longer period but action is slow. Why? Because longer in period, because it will take the procedure of mRNA formation, which will take itself a longer time, but the action is smaller, or we can say that the shorter or slower in action. Okay, so what we saw here, that we saw that the receptors which are actually present outer membrane of the cell, they will form secondary messenger like cyclic AMP and calcium ion. Don't forget that this is a direct question which is asked, that which which of the following is actually the secondary messenger. Remember that the cyclic AMP and calcium ion are the example of the secondary messengers. And sometimes this will ask in your exam that which type of hormone will produce secondary messenger. Remember that the proteinous in nature hormone will form secondary messenger. After that the biochemical responses, and then we will see that the physiological responses. And in case of estradiol in nature hormone, as I already discussed here, that this estradiol hormone, actually they have a target to the nucleus, and after that the hormone receptor complex will form, that will lead to the transcription, and mRNA formation will be there. And after the mRNA formation, the desired protein will form, and the result we will see that. So in the last I will say only that don't forget this diagram. This is a very important diagram. You have to just remember that what is the this, what is this, what is this. Likewise things can ask in your examinations on the, in case of picture based question. And in case of this picture, you can also remember that this is a steroid, that is a estradiol nature hormone, that is estrogen, and there is a hormone receptor complex first this will form, and this is a nucleus, that is a nucleus membrane, and genome is likewise mRNA formation, then protein, and the physiological responses which we will see. So if you have any kind of a doubt, then ask me in the comment box. Thank you for watching this video.